This is NAB Show Live.
Hey guys, Joe here with NAB Show Live, produced by Broadcast Beat. And I'm here with Dan McClellan from Broadcast Bionics. Tell me a little bit about your company.
Yeah, so we're a company that's been making broadcast tools for radio stations for about the last 25 years, starting doing talk show technology, and then around about 8 years ago realizing that actually engagement was increasingly coming through social media, so bringing in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so on, and really helping produce tools to allow engagement to happen to the audience. And then most recently using video tools to really allow visual content to be created from radio content, so making shareable radio that works for Google, for YouTube, and social media.
Cool, so tell me a little bit about what you guys are bringing to NAB 2019 that you didn't have the years before.
Yeah, so we're focusing on sort of intelligent tools, so now the ability to use artificial intelligence, that's face recognition, transcription, to unpick that content and understand what's going on. So we always have three things we're trying to do: empower talent in the studio to do great and creative work, to engage audiences in new ways through social media, and now to enhance revenue by measuring and monetizing everything that's going on. So we've realized that we have unique access to information. We have video and audio time aligned with transcription and face recognition, and that allows us to really do lots of analytics to understand how that content is used and engaged with, which means you can enhance revenue by really understanding and offering completely new commercial opportunities to advertisers and sponsors.
That's fantastic. I'm really interested in the transcription aspect of it. That's incredible, especially it's big for broadcasters. Is it able to generate closed captions via that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we can show you around the corner how we can do closed captioning automatically, and that closed captioning is great because it then makes your content searchable. And oddly, one of the first ways now that people are engaging with radio content is often through a Facebook timeline with no audio. So we're helping people to read the radio, engage with it, and then click through to listen. So yeah, that's been very popular, and it really helps drive people towards radio content on those different platforms.
Now, what are you guys doing on the front of analytics? I know you said you're able to measure a lot of the things that goes on here. What kind of analytics can your customers expect from your products and services?
Yeah, so we're tracking a number of things. So we track what we call persona, which is who's listening. So we look at who's engaging with the radio station and who else they like and follow and what else they talk about. So I can show you who's listening. We track sentiment, which is their opinion, so whether they like and how they react to. And we track engagement, so how many people are reacting and retweeting and liking and so on. But we can now time align that with what was happening in the studio. So I can say every time you play Ed Sheeran, how does the audience react? Every time you talk about Brexit or Donald Trump, how does the audience react? So it's both the ability to measure and the ability to give context around that. Because radio stations have long wanted data or metadata, but we generate that automatically. And now you almost have too much data, so it's our job to turn data into insight. You have all of these numbers and all these metrics, but we can provide the visualization and the ways of actually making sense of that. So you can say, okay, how should this change my music policy? Should I stop talking about this topic, or should I join the conversation my audience is already having? And I think that's a really, we've often made radio blind, sat in a soundproof box. Now we can actually give you vision while you're in the studio to really understand the mood and mind of your audience. What are they talking about? What are they thinking about? And then after the show or around the show, really understand how perhaps they're changing over time or what new music acts they've started listening to.
That's really well thought of. What would you say kind of separates you guys from the rest of the pack?
We try to make intelligent tools, so we try to make well-designed technology, which is not just more technology, but I think the more technology that you have, often the simpler you can make a product. So we want to make simple tools that don't break the workflow of radio. You walk into a radio studio, you open a microphone and you say something, but in doing that you have generated real-time video that you're streaming and sharing. You've generated all this extra information which allows you then to really understand the performance of the program and optimize it. So yeah, don't break radio, use intelligence in a way that simplifies rather than complexifies, and use all of that to really create more creative radio, get it out to as many purposes and platforms as we have to produce, and do it in a way which you can really create new forms of revenue.
Dan, thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Again, guys, this has been Joe with NAB Show Live, produced by Broadcast Beat.